with my computer. These load times are... Oh my god, I'm almost capped in resin. Gotta solve that real fast. I almost combined quick and fast into quests. Christ. How long did this is done? Still need to do all the weeklies. It's interesting that this gets its own dedicated logo. My god.
Add as
That's it. Let's see, I need to continue the story quest. I'm wondering how many Primo gems behind I am by the time Purina comes out. Probably quite a bit. Okay, which floor is this? Doesn't really say. Oh shit. If the symbols are white and blue, does that mean it's on the same level or a different level? Okay, same level. I cannot remember where I was. I'm back in prison? Jesus Christ. Can stay out for even a week.
You two look kind of familiar.
Am I? What is that badge?
It's the symbol of the mutual aid network designed by our first president. From
The
what
hell
I've
is
heard,
that?
it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though. The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
Oh, we're learning about the history of the prison?
Interested in joining the mutual aid network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
Oh, right. Do all you can do for the justice. Do not detest judgment. Just judgment. I mean, implying it's disagreeable. Like anybody who's ever disagreed with judgment puts their hands on hips. I don't care if it's unjust. The above are the three principles of the mutual aid network. Yeah, clearly thought this one out. Encourages members to do what they are able, including and not limited to cleansing, exercising, tutoring, and studying. Did I say cleansing instead of cleaning? Currently viewing this through a more religious lens. It was hope that the whole mutual aid network members will, during their time at the Fortress of Meripede, accept the crime they have committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome to the future together. Wow!
Our slogan may
So
have evolved
positive.
over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here,
This game is
book
way
is
too
for you.
positive.
You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
And when people talk like this, yes. Join our cult. It's for the best of everyone.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the mutual aid network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
That is pretty
We
far.
have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family.
I have a real hard time believing that something that goes back 400 years was called the Mutual Aid Network. I just realized it's shortened to MAN. You want to join MAN? Sounds good to me.
Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat
Bullshit.
organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress. But people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
How is this information valuable again? Maybe if I didn't take a whole month to come back to this, huh? I mean, you gotta enjoy it, right? Really savor the amazing story this game has to provide. Whoops.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
I like how even in the cutscene it's implied that I just jumped down instead of taking the stairs.
Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
He's covered in them.
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They
What-
were
what?
awarded to Carol and Vautrin.
You're a
Carol's medal
craftsman?
was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh. So the network was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Go on. Jesus Christ, the awkward pauses. They know how to pace a cutscene. Kind of wish there was a way to, after I just mocked the story, to repeat the stories so I could see how it plays out with a different language. Because I wonder if they just don't even bother pacing out the cutscenes again when you put it in a different language, so it's all made to be in Chinese. Guess I shouldn't be surprised if that is the case, but I mean, they can so easily afford to improve it.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Go on.
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
Idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way.
Is
It
one
was
claim
your
enough?
idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
If you know what I mean.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusines? Over that?
I do not follow.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against them, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melusines.
Did this man try to start a race war? Is that what I'm learning?
Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family.
Except instead of two races, it's the prison versus Melusines.
But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force it to resign from the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So,
How come she doesn't look like a Melusine?
you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melusines to stir up greater chaos?
Couldn't be
Yes.
bothered to create an
I
additional
experienced a similar incident in the
animation
past,
set.
so I had to be prepared
additional
for
rig.
any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melusines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melusines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing.
We did see
Trust
that.
they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melusines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melusines
They were pulling
are a
some
species
scrappy
you
do shit.
introduced to Fontaine.
Pull me back. Wait till I get
How
my
the
hands on
public
them.
treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melusines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice.
Look at these fucking shoes. Don't think you can hide them behind the subtitles. Look at this shit. My god, do they have like a dedicated shoe designer at their place? Which is to say, their studio. It's probably not. This game probably isn't built in one apartment.
For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on.
By whose standard?
People no longer have any reservations about you, and even consider you a symbol of the law.
Are you trying to tell me there was absolutely no disagreement and that the law is objective here?
Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
And he didn't even notice.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you.
Oh,
for
is that what I'm
clearing
here?
my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
I did click the start quest on my own initiative. That
And
is
so
true.
soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but
Do you think the
I
other
know how
supporters
this
get
place works all too
promotions?
well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me.
Do all of these story quests stack up in the data of this game. I don't know how else to phrase it. It feels like when you're done with it, it really should just delete itself. I made that sound like it's committing suicide, you know what I
The
mean?
less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to
As opposed to
insist.
wanted disturbances.
I still have 2 more things to say.
Who wants a disturbance?
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memornia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions.
Hey, I know it's
in the
not different,
future.
but okay. In fact,
I see no
it seems
issues
like it's
with
the other way around, but
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep.
maybe.
I thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin.
Ah, yes, nobody's ever
once stood
claimed to
trial
side with
and
the
was
justice has
sentenced
ever
to
been wrong.
imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation,
The fucking
Vautrin
naivety of
remained
this
disciplined throughout his
game.
imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In
Oh.
other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Oh, Vautrin's behavior here. Wait, did Vautrin found this?
During his trial, I could sense that
That
his
makes
feelings
sense.
were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
To what end?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence,
I guess.
Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one.
Or, if Vautrin immediately agreed, it would mean there wasn't much room for disagreement.
That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say, apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
I still feel like when you're doing these story quests, that you should receive a character at the end of them. Obviously, if it was a 5-star, they would never do it. But for the 4 stars, it feels anticlimactic when you don't get a copy of them. That sentence is there.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The
Go
words
on.
he spoke in court often replay in my mind.
Watch
as
out for the
if
trap.
urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise.
What, are you heading straight for the cat?
Fear and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley
Immediately
said.
transforms to Raiden and slashes them too.
As Chief
What do you mean?
Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is...
What?
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
Hey, don't speak on my behalf. Which is on your behalf.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago,
I feel like
have
most people
begun
can't.
to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, huh? It's raining. Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella. Come on, let's hurry before it rains
Does that
harder.
mean Dragon feels the big sad? Come on, Dragon Man, summon sunshine. I feel like a little more was in that drop.
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
What is this rain?
They're the Hydro Nation and they don't like water.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Is this supposed to be symbolic of anything?
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
Is that an eyeball? What the fuck?
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Well, you're not gonna get any now.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
Oh shit, this is part of the other story, isn't it?
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Maybe we should do the other one.
Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when
For something
you
that
have
spans
dwelt
400
among
years, that
humanity
wasn't very
long
eventful,
enough,
was it?
you
Look at
will be
like
placed
4
to
or 5
bring
memories.
judgment over
That's good for
all
400
as
years,
a
right?
spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette. The rainy season's almost over. The skies are supposed to clear in a few days.
I hope you find
As he
time
was
to enjoy the
responsible for the
sunny
rainy
days
season.
ahead.
I think there's something wrong with the water. It seems to desaturate the environment quite a bit. Contains 100% grayscale. Friends?
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Still disappointed none of these people go, ha ha ha. We're friends.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kira?
Was anybody inconvenienced?
At the Palais Pneumonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
Is this what it feels like the Black Lives Matter movement does? They hide in bushes to save a random black person in case they walk by.
What a relief.
I wonder how
The dust has finally settled.
representative this situation is of real life.
This joyous occasion, Monsieur Nouvelet, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate.
I like how every person seems to have a different pronunciation for this dude. Well, half of them say Nervelet, she just said Nouvelet.
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais.
She's got such a way with
communique
words.
to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Nah. Girls? What the fuck is this Power Rangers looking situation?
Dreaming! What should I ask him? Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
Just a shotgun of questions. Well, none of disagreed. I guess that is the right decision. I need to figure out what the hell is happening in my brain. Again, I almost combined words into correct. Which I believe is the correct word to use in the correct situation. Have you been here the whole time? Really? I walk in here, your eyes are open, you close your eyes while I'm looking at you. You think I'm gonna fall for this? You think I'm gonna fall for this? I'm waiting here till she moves. Okay, maybe not look at better things to do.
Kiara?
Monsieur Nouvelet? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
She looks so fruity.
I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur.
Who put this blend of tropical fruits into a cop's uniform?
Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things.
Would it even be signed?
By the way,
What?
I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Indeed.
Monsieur Nouvelet, are you happy too?
He doesn't feel such emotions.
Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Oh, she's been there for like a month.
Of course. Off you go.
Whoops.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
Stop being cringe. Get out of here.
See you
I
next
I
time.
love their fat legs. Their fat, stumpy legs. Wait. Why is it shiny now? I mean, for personal reasons, we'll be back in a day. Sure. Hmm.
I really can't fathom what goes on in her head sometimes.
Which one of them? Obtained the reply note. That's an interesting combination of words. As an object, a noun. Oh well, on to the next one. Should I try to do this in order? Wait, why is there a... Really? How? What? Huh? Oh well. I should have leave the twink for last. Hell yeah. Wait, is he... Man. Harry thought he actually was in the office. Making me chase him around. How could he? What the fuck? Who is this person that's involved in every main quest? No. Continue current quest, yes. If you don't mind.
We once thought the Fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on
Why are you including me?
it really wasn't that bad at all. You've got a set schedule,
Is it? Are you using like the royal we?
and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons.
Oh yeah,
Really no
shit,
surprise
that's
that
right.
Many people don't even want to leave.
I need to get those credit coupons. Can I? How does this? Have that guy?
Oh, you mean Risley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader. While he does look kind of intimidating, he's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys?
What bad guys? It's just a prison.
Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me?
Actually, I can't tell what he does to maintain order. It just seems like nobody breaks order. I probably shouldn't have talked right over that. Me too, but it was really muffled. Plus, I was talking.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Are we dealing with school bullies? Did they shove somebody in a locker? What the shit?
Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But
He's in the pipes, isn't he?
anyone.
Did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
Oh.
You're inside the box? Oh, no wonder Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, Traveler, let's go take a look.
Well, time to use Paimon as a crowbar.
Why are you hiding in here anyway?
Why the hell is it called a crowbar?
Happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Somebody shave your eyebrows?
That's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
This game's understanding of prison life is on point.
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
In the box.
Your hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it!
He's got a receding hairline.
Happened to your hair!
You don't have to ask it.
Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right?
Appearances is everything.
I'll get back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
A fedora, obviously.
You may have misunderstood me, but never mind. Please just help me find my hat. It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot, so I took it off and had a
brown and soft.
When I came to, it was
There's a lot of things that can qualify as a brim.
really important to me, so
Could be wool.
your help would mean the world. I'll wait here for your return.
Doesn't brim just mean that it has an edge?
No time.
And this is the grievance we start with, huh?
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Let's go somewhere else.
How is this how the story starts?
Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon thought.
Well, we're not finishing it any faster by not looking around. Is it in the water?
Paimon thought it might have gotten blown in.
Paimon, don't be so sure. You're going in.
Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat.
Guess we're buying him a hat.
That's a good idea. If he's just looking to cover his head, then it shouldn't matter what kind of hat he's wearing.
Oh my god, the game is pay to skip now. Perfect.
Why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? If memory
Oh yeah, that was the
serves,
thing.
they got all kinds of stuff in there.
Wait, is that open now? How does this work?
You let Paimon pick out some other stuff too, right? If we're going to the shop anyway.
How are they taking the criminal stuff and selling it?
Well, either way, let's go check it out first.
How capitalist. Okay, where was it again? Second floor? No, it's on this floor. Really? I get so easily lost in this place. I can't ever tell which floor I'm on. It all looks the same.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Probably wasn't then.
I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the shop.
So where are you from?
Now just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner dressed all in white, accompanied by a glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread.
Fucking what? Getting a little too creative with that last one.
You must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
Yeah, but who's who? Hmm?
No. Well, you're half right. Paimon.
Sorry.
Close enough.
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes, so got a bit ahead of myself. I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy. I'm just a nobody, after all.
Okay, can we buy the thing already?
Put yourself down like that.
Why, your heroic actions at Aranias have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede.
Where was that again?
We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. Ah, you were the envy of all. And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course...
I was being envied for being arrested.
To you.
You know, I think I was more enviable before I got thrown in prison, but maybe that's just me. I like your optimism, though.
Well, I figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery.
And yet here you are, flattering.
I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would have it, I've
What is
become
Cerberus
fast friends with
showing
Mr.
up?
Alvar himself.
Why do half these quests not even involve the people it's supposed to be about? Well, in the beginning anyway.
I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
I said this in the last stream, but I think it would be really funny if you start like one of the characters' quest lines and they don't even show up for the entire thing.
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to
Just to fuck with people. Oh.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends, and
Shambadoo?
it is indeed an honor to meet the two of you.
That was a good name.
Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for?
A man's hat.
No problem. Anything else?
A man's brown, soft, and brimmed hat.
Hey, feel free to check out anything you want. The credit coupon costs are on me.
Oh, sweet.
Wait, but
I have like none.
you don't have to be so nice.
How many are there in this place? I've seen, like, I have 30 now? That's all? Have I been missing out on every treasure chest down here?
Well, it's not
I can't figure out how I was supposed to get more.
Shop. Instead of more or coupons, Mr. Alvar usually lets me just take my pick of our goods.
Really?
Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Never hurts to make some friends.
Sure you want to buy them, though?
All right. Paimon will take a look.
Oh,
Are you sure you
God
don't
damn it.
want more? These opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
Fuck's sake, it really is like going to the supermarket with a kid. Like, you can't walk past anything without them trying to bring half the shop with them. For Christ's sake.
It's all right. Two will do.
I thought you'd turn... Never thought you'd turn down a chance to freeload. She is freeloading! What do you mean?
It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later. That poor guy must still be waiting for us. Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank
Can
you
I talk to him
for your
again?
patronage.
Is this
I'd
actually a shop
appreciate it
now?
If you could put in a nice word for our establishment the next time you speak to His Grace.
Can I get a hat?
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews. We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that
Okay, but can I equip this?
hasn't passed out from lack of air.
What were we gonna do about it anyway?
Please come again, and don't forget to.
So until the shop's owner's back, I can't. Oh well. Or do they, is this another one of those they call it a shop and it's not actually a goddamn thing at all? No transactions take place. Wait, above? What do you mean? Alright. Did I mention I can't tell which floor I'm on at any given time?
You can come out now. We found your hat.
Start counting down.
Did? Oh, Archon, you just saved my life. Just one sec.
Yeah?
Wait, so you're not actually bald? You've got such a full head of hair, too.
How could you?
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my hair. Wait, this isn't my hat.
Why is it black? Where did we get this one?
New one. We tried really hard to look for your hat, but no dice.
Ah, I see. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, but unfortunately, there's just something special about my hat.
Is it rigged to explode?
Does it have some kind of sentimental value?
Sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Uh-oh.
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Risley. It's been a while.
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you.
How good is the air down here?
You never could turn down someone's request for help.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
I can smell the metal when I look at it. What the fuck?
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these
I guess it
masks
does
are
fit the
very
description.
important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again,
Beret Society.
You might not have the same luck next time.
Why do you make it sound like a threat?
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace.
Better not lose your head or you might fucking die.
Then I'll be off. Bye.
Bleh.
What a strange guy. Why did he care so much about his hat? Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Is it normal for, like, does this Jesus Christ, does this society exist only in prison?
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people.
Why is that so
There
confusing?
are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Sure.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
There are people who enjoy working.
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones. The Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something in the
Meaning
coupon
what?
cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up too. And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest
Fine, let's see the
fan of that
Barretts.
cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up,
What? You used to love the place. What happened?
All right then, please follow me.
Can we drag him above ground to an actual restaurant? I don't know why I'm thinking about this as a date. There's something really funny about taking somebody to a cafeteria on a date. Whatever the opposite of bougie is, that's what it sounds like. Oh, how have I not seen that chest? What is wrong with me?
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal?
I don't deserve it.
Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super
It's
deluxe
right there
welfare
up
meals
in the
today.
open. Perfectly
I'll
framed.
pass on the
Jesus.
food, then. What about you?
Super deluxe or bust.
then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
Wow.
Okay. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
Then I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients.
I'll kill you
so
all.
I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
Is that me?
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
The drink
2 bottles coming right up.
of your finest drink.
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but... I'd
Just
love to hear
stories in
it straight from
general,
the
no
source.
requirement for the quality or themes.
Quite the long story.
Oof, okay.
I see. Certainly that'd fit your title as the Traveler. Seeing everything for yourself, recording everything to the best of your ability, and making lots of friends along the way. I'm sure that by the end of your journey, you'll possess an unmatched amount of perspectives and opportunities.
Paimon gets the sense
You could
that
hope.
you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier
Don't
was
stop trying to
obviously
get into
trying to
these
get us to
pains,
put in a
Mr.
good
Duke.
word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
What? I didn't know the autonomy was at risk, but okay.
So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted
I'll
and
pick one.
secured at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top. So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most
They
of
should
the
have
people
just
we've
been
met so
even
far.
closer.
I'm perfectly aware of that too, but even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
But what? What is implied here? But what?
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the
I guess they
latest
won't
shipment of
clarify.
cargo. They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while. We're trying to trace the goods to their source.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress. You're dismissed.
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they like dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats. So we have to examine everything carefully.
Is that the definition of contraband?
Now, what do we have here? It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa.
Why did that sound like a
This is
tape?
certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem.
Ooh.
Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yoink.
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit. Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well?
Let's get the title then.
It's only been a couple minutes since we agreed to continue friendly relations with each other.
I
and you're
did not
already
agree.
Planning to overthrow me? Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want from it. Consider it a gift from me.
What? No, what the fuck? This is corrupt.
You'll let Paimon pick anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
Alright, Paimon's gonna have
Shouldn't it be returned? What? What?
Paimon wants this one. This dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be worth a ton of Mora.
Wait, just because somebody tried to sneak it in doesn't mean it's suddenly yours now, surely. You okay? You seem to be suffering from some chromatic aberration there, Paimon.
Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead?
I thought you were good at picking things out.
There's something weird about this gem.
I feel like I haven't heard this song in a while.
When she picked it up, Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of Paimon's brain. It was super spooky.
Is that so? Let me give it a try.
Paimon has her moment. Oh, it's super spooky.
Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks.
My turn!
Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun.
I want to make sure I know exactly what you saw. My constitution is a bit different from everyone else's. I am the protagonist.
Fair enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
And then I go scarred for life. Brother? Brother! Oh, shit! Wait, they're actually progressing the story via this side quest?
You also saw something, right?
The main plot, I mean.
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Then...
No, this one's super valuable.
Never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
I guess that doesn't hurt to be careful.
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents.
That seems extreme, but okay.
We're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out the Society's gathering place, then.
Are we assuming this gem corrupts? Did you just pick it up with your hand?
We can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Still there.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Just noticed?
All day, every day.
I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met either.
Yeah, he had all this time. Okay. Give me the good stuff. Thank you. Surely you eventually get something special if you get enough of them, right? Or do they have some sort of weird, on certain days you get special things?
Certainly worth the extra money.
Okay, but coupon? Is it gonna say I have a coupon? Really? How do I get the coupons? Ow. Really, nothing broke? Sorry, Wolsey.
Should probably always keep a few super deluxe welfare meals in stock.
No, don't hoard them. Does the Duke not have his own personal chef? If he's gonna be this picky. Whoops. I don't know why I pretended that was an accident. How come I haven't seen these people before? What the fuck? They're so conspicuous.
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival.
Why is there a sudden accent to this man?
Are these your two guests?
Had pan.
Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is their gathering place.
Hey, douchey.
Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
Look at them.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up an organization in the same way as you would in the world above. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. I remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything about this place then, after all. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to lead such gloomy existences.
What do you get out of this?
It was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Risley?
Yeah, of course. If there's anything good, he's involved.
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends.
What about what were they called? The Mutual Exploitation Society? How many different societies are there?
Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons. Same for the things you can see here.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hat?
I wish there was an explanation to the accents.
Ah, there's nothing deep about it.
And again,
I just
so
felt
many
like
different
we
accents.
needed some
Not a
kind
single
of
French one. Are you
visible
kidding me?
Identifier. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hats would become a point of pride for them as well. And when we're
You should say
together,
pride
we
more
will feel
often.
a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life.
And very warm
This
heads.
hat will show everyone everything we have been working towards.
How are you supposed to work hard if you're wearing this hat?
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our
Nice
goal
uniform.
as well. Let's take a little old seat over here. There's no need for us to stand. I'll ask the members to get
Good,
us
'cause
some
I can't
drinks.
stand
Please
this.
wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
They said they had been waiting for a while.
Oh, right. What happened to your slow day, Risley?
Huh. Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long. We've also already gone over the organization's vision.
Still doing
Instead of
sussy
listening
shit,
to
huh?
me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Is he wearing a ring on every finger?
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all?
Yeah, he didn't.
Well, we're already here, aren't we? Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like.
What are you hoping to get out of this? Am I supposed to just sit down? How come they weren't here before? Or am I blind? You know, that actually is a legit possibility, never mind. Oh, books, huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. A member's diary?
Hey, what are you doing over here?
Oh, hello. You are
What's wrong with over
the
here?
Duke, are you not? I'm organizing the bookshelves. Want to take a look? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members published themselves.
There are writers in the society?
Yeah, most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
I really don't understand the qualifications for what makes for a good photograph. It seems like it's basic composition. And luck. Seems like if you can capture something in motion, that adds a lot of impact to the photo.
It's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space to think about taking on new things. Before we came here, we were constantly exhausted just trying to live. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives.
Man, maybe I should go to prison. They make it sound real good.
Think about the things that we want to do. You never know what you may be good at until you give it a try. And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already in jail.
So this is something
Fair point,
like
I guess.
a safe space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't phrase it that way.
exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting, or have the physical strength to do hard labor. The society is exactly what some of us need. And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to check it out if you want. Just remember to put the books back after you're done.
Don't worry, we will.
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there anything you'd like me to explain to you?
Oh, it's okay.
How do I
We're
leave?
just taking a look around.
Sound a bit like a medicine guide?
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our amenities and benefits to our latest members. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but allow me to fill you in some more. Besides this space, which our members use to rest and relax, we also have an entertainment room, a fitness room, and a self-study room. These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their
Is there a
free
room
time
where I
to
can
the
study
fullest.
others? The creep room?
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant queue? If you did, you also wouldn't have to eat at the big cafeteria anymore.
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we still have to rely on his grace. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Man, if only real life was anywhere close to that.
That's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made the
kinda weird.
correct choice to join him.
How to put this? It's not like juvie is exactly ideal either, but it seems like people at least understand the mentality of... what's the term? But I'm about to talk about them like they're furniture. What is it called? Not renovation. Rehabilitation. There you go. But then as soon as they're like 1 year older, it's like, nope. You're lost. There's no hope for you. Really? What are you doing here?
The Society is planning to host another event soon. We haven't had many new recruits recently, so...
The one you mentioned to me before. The idea is sound, but I still have some concerns about the specifics.
Can I click this button? Okay, if I look into that with the camera, does something happen? I'm assuming. I have done nothing in this place. Nothing of value.
Hey, you there, newbie!
How dare you?
Hello? Are you talking to Paimon?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now,
I'll speak
why don't you
up.
follow my lead and take a deep breath before letting everything out like this?
Why? Get me out of here. What are you doing?
That's how I pump myself up every day. A lot of my friends have found it super useful too. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world. Why don't you also give it a try, huh? I promise that it'll work. Feeling shy? That's alright. As long as you remember this trick, it'll come in handy one day. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
I'm about to lose it already. Thanks to this conversation.
Alright, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all pretty happy. That would explain
So
why
tricky.
Riley only had good things to say about this place.
I mean, it's his place. Why would he
It
talk
looks
shit?
like they're starting to wrap up their conversation as well. Let's go over to them.
Of course, Your Grace. I will attend to those matters right away.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the Society as a whole.
Oh, wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process. It's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and activities.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think
There you
anyone
go.
expected you to get a society going here of all places.
Simmer. Seems alright. On the surface, I don't know. Can I abstain?
Yeah, you're right. By themselves, our resources probably don't feel like much.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychological needs. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the Society, I had met too many people who could not come to terms with themselves. And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
Maybe.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though, they would just be useless distractions.
I love useless distractions.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You fight in the ring
That
too?
can't be legal.
Those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
But what if he kills somebody, or somebody kills him, or how do people... Too many conflicts of interest. That does not make sense.
I almost never need them.
Almost never, you say. What? Hey, face hole.
Isn't that the guy who lost his hat? Did you come here to relax too?
What's happening?
What's wrong? Did you forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No,
So's everyone else.
Thank you for helping me get my hat back.
He's turning into
I'm
sparkles.
sorry, but I've got to go.
He's still as weird as before. Paimon's kind of used to it by now, though.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but I'll check up on him later. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave
And that everybody falls in line.
Where were we before we got sidetracked?
Something about useless distractions. Something about boxing gloves.
Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use everything in their power to win. And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to maintain order. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times. Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
No problems.
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it come into contact with my skin.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His
That
Grace.
does not seem to be how it worked.
Yes, right away.
No. Anybody gonna stop him?
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace, please let me know if there's something wrong with it now.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Are there any leads on that thing?
Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again. And that goes for you as well, Your Grace. We wish you all the best in your endeavors.
And same to you.
Yes.
Paimon doesn't think we made made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Everybody's suspicious.
Paimon thinks it's pretty chill. Weren't you complimenting them the entire time as well? Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with optimism? There's only one potential problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too.
Well, to be fair, they homed the camera on the problem for me. Everybody looking awkward. That's reason enough to keep them here, right?
As expected, you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I can tell you right now, though, that this was an unexpected turn of events. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now a confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's hard to predict what might happen next.
You've completely lost Paimon.
Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on
What
the
kind
guy
of
in place?
confrontation? Who's confronting
Just
who?
tell them you left something of yours there by accident. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Oh, was he keeping them in line?
Can't you just tell us exactly what to expect?
I'm just
An
following
ass
the most
whooping?
popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera at Biclès that I've even begun to miss it. I'll explain everything to you later, but right now we need to seize this opportunity.
This is gonna create some
Find
more
out
drama
what
for
you
his
can
own
from them
entertainment.
now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
It's been a while since I've been at the opera, so gotta put on a show somehow.
Then what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Good question. What should I do? Maybe I'll drop by the ring and sign myself up for a fight.
For fuck's sake, stop making me do the work.
You're just gonna make us work while you slack off?
Slack off, he is... I mean, I guess he has to maintain his physique somehow. Is he taller? Maybe. Oh man, it's just out of reach. Oh, fuck's sake. Kinda wish they would just put it directly into your inventory instead of forcing me to fumble after it. Oh great, cabbages. Why am I clicking and everything? Oh, I just remembered. I need to go get something.
Said. Seems like Dugier is no longer here.
What? There we go. Back on the road.
felt there was something off about this place, right?
No,
so let's see if we can
it's perfectly
figure
normal.
something out. Paimon will do her best to help.
I don't want your help. Yeah, sure, let's see what happens when we try to socialize. It's not going to be that awkward, right? What if we were the sus ones all along?
Wait, you guys are...
Back.
We're really sorry. We just realized that we lost something, and we figured we might have left it here by accident. We'll be on our way as soon as we find it.
Oh, okay.
Wow, she's a great buyer. Hmm. Why are you focused on the glass bottle? That sounds suspicious. Hmm?
It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we lost the whole bag of Mora or anything. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it. We're not going to tell Risley anything, don't worry.
I'll go find Mr. Duchier.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know?
Is he the only one who can talk out of this situation?
We can look around for it, yeah?
Are they acting suspicious on purpose? Again.
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and... I'm sorry. But you can't check out the books right now.
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you super friendly just a moment ago?
Sorry.
What the hell? Knowing this game is going to be like something supernatural involved.
Hey, hello? Anyone home?
Anyone at all?
Hello? How can I help you?
Wait. I forgot something. Bear back.
The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and I mean, you've already heard my spiel. I don't know anything beyond what I've already told you.
You don't know anything?
No personal experience.
That's not what I meant. It's just there's nothing more I can tell you.
I have one script I can look through, and that's it.
Hey, big guy.
What's up, my rigger?
What do you want?
Isn't this how you greeted us earlier? Take a deep breath and let it all out.
Oh yeah, that's right. You You sure are a fast learner. I ate something earlier, so I'm falling into a bit of a food coma, and, I mean,
oh,
not
dude, me
everyone
too.
can be super upbeat all the time, right? You're looking for something, you said? I didn't see it, but, it should be somewhere nearby.
Blood sugar sucks.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now.
Ooh,
Seems
me?
like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
No. Let's force conversation. That always ends well. Damn it, this free meal kit is not letting me go. Oh, man. Do I keep those? Oh, they disappear for the day. Okay. What are these for? Shit, where did I find them? I think they were in Fontaine. Well, this is gonna be a problem later. Oh yeah. And these things like translate? Wait, what is this? Why is that all the way down here? So I need to find the text that I couldn't read before is what it seems like. I don't want to do that, for fuck's sake. I'm probably gonna have to do Google. Started doing some of the desert stuff on my own time.
Oh, you're back. How are things at their headquarters?
It was as if they had all turned into completely different people.
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was
Proving what
precisely
exactly?
that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place.
If he wasn't wearing the hat, he'd be reprimanded.
Since we first met.
Well, yeah.
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, so the one who started it all was... It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states. Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know. It almost feels like the performance was too elaborate.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody? Aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever you want in this place.
Don't you wave your finger at him?
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs. In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for show. Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here. And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep.
Striven, huh?
Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
And once again, two options saying the same thing.
You've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order.
What if you gave everybody
That's why, even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some way to control the members of his society. And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
I doubt it's that simple.
I feel like we're missing something.
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. That won't turn out well in the long run. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit.
What?
The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish will bite.
Fish? Bite?
Line?
Let's give them some time.
Hint?
My guards will need it to finish their investigation, too. You can find me in my office
Stinker?
when the time comes.
Stinker?
Hey, don't just
Thinker?
leave before you've explained everything to Paimon! Hey!
let's go to the ring and kick his ass. Stop acting all mysterious and shit. Ah! Okay. Is there a camera terminal somewhere around here? What?
Time to find myself an opponent to get my blood pumping.
Is pancreation a real word? A real word? Fuck me. Okay, and is this just for the elevator? Or is it the cameras? Yes. Wait. Hold on. Okay, nothing worthwhile. Wasn't there a camera behind one of the boxes? I don't understand this setup.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Zhongli, please.
But where are those who share the memory?
What is the point of all these? Am I supposed to like set the cameras up myself? So I can jump between them? Can I move the boxes? Are they blocking each other? Sir? Good job, Zhongli. You figured it out eventually. Oh, we had the Dragon Bone! He's back. Yes? I want to buy something. I don't know. Okay, but can I buy something? Is this where all the contraband goes? Nice little system the Duke's got going on down here. Hello, pretty face. Why's there text on the wall like this? I have a hard time figuring out which terminals I can interact with. Something to say for yourself? Who? Remember me?
You really can't check them out.
Okay.
Please.
Man, everyone here is having a whale of a time.
I didn't see it. Why?
Did I turn that one off? It's like... It can't be that you just have two cameras staring at each other and there's nothing of relevance you can do with them. That can't be right.
Evening. Risley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Why does he sound so tired? Yeah, I'm waiting for my nap. Do I need to check my tutorials again to figure out how to do anything of significance with the camera? Maybe I will. That doesn't matter. Stabilizer, that's some goofy shit. Done that one. Energy transfer terminal. Okay. I don't know how to do anything down here with it. Seems like it's more relevant for the overworld.
Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Yeah, of course.
Let's get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point.
They hurt his
Afraid of
feelings.
be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just 1 or 2 people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them.
Because you've been working with Doujier all along. What a twist.
Yes, something like that. Doujier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side. So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove
makes
my
sense.
true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense.
What?
Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
The last thing that guy wanted was for Doujier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Doujier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once.
The hats must be hiding something. What, a mind control device?
Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear.
Bald spots?
If we didn't act right then and there, Doujier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Is that what's under the hats? Is it?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble. Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented.
That was the hint.
That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold
If I accept this request, does he end up in the cutscene?
You used us as a part of your plan too!
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves. But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
No.
But Paimon's still mad at you!
This is all I'm good
You
for,
have
I'm
my
sorry.
thanks. Now, there are still 2 outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats. I've examined one before. There was nothing suspicious about the item itself.
However,
the other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Beautiful metaphor. Really? Oh, the same song I've been hearing the entire time. Wow. Could you put us a dubstep on vinyl? For some reason, it's really funny to me.
Excuse me, Your Grace. But may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please, do.
Help. Wait a second.
I apologize for my lack of composure. These two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct?
I don't remember seeing her.
Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please,
Lover?
help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Slow down,
good old face
take a deep
hole,
breath,
yeah.
and start from the top. What happened at the society?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
Go on. What? Who's here?
Here you are.
Who let him in?
I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace.
Fucking dude.
It was never our intention to disturb you like this.
I
You
do
see,
declare.
Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since she arrived at the fortress. She
yes, and I'm
rambles
convinced.
often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please, forgive my discourtesy.
Like we believe you.
Why wouldn't we? He's an upstanding citizen. Isn't it? We do?
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know His Grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
What now?
Perfectly fine with me. Oh,
Yeah, I
just
can tell.
so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasol. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
A veiled threat.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
I believe in you.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you anywhere.
It's all right, Avise. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of, no matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've already said everything I could say about the matter.
The matter? What's the matter with you?
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say. Please, don't press me further.
But why?
In that case, Avise and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Miss Avise, please show me your head. That is an order.
Stop running.
there's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've nearly let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. But your Grace is welcome to visit us anytime to confirm the true intent of our activities. All right, Avis.
Okay, set up a patrol. This is so much like the Velvet Room.
Just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really, really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later,
Bring
all
out the
will pay
boxing
the
gloves.
price for their arrogance. He must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient.
That was openly
The entire
hostile.
society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react if he were taken into custody. And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. The true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also
In the
seem like
lining?
the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
Get some UV lights up in here. Really?
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. But there's nothing wrong with the hats themselves. But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat? From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from the beginning that we wouldn't be able to find any evidence.
I have an idea, but...
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look. I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
Paimon's last again.
You mean a needle?
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem. And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity. With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Man, water's really magic in this world, huh?
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits you would be Like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life.
How would you directly inject it into your brain? The term direct there has a lot of implications. Like through the skull, eye socket.
Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair. No wonder they're all so terrified of it.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
That might not even be all. Let's go get them right away. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
I think I'll call it a day. Yeah, losing energy.